welcome back to Creasonomics with your host, Mr. Gray. Today we are here to talk about the best sneaker investments of 2020. So now we're about 2 weeks or so into the new year, and so I'm just gonna dig back into 2020 real quick, and then we'll be done. So most importantly, I guess as a disclaimer, most of most of my research is, of course, typically going off of size 10.5 because that's what I wear. And general sizes, I guess I would say general sizes. So general sizes, of course, do not include base sizes or extremely large sizes because those prices on those sneakers can waver either really high or really low, just because they're either more or less desirable. But 10.5 is more of a general size, and so the information I'm giving today is more for general sizes. This information is good for, I guess I'd say, for two reasons. One, let's just say you want to get a sneaker but you don't like the price it is now. Sometimes the question is, should I wait till later or should I buy it now? Is it going to be higher later where I don't want to buy it, or is it going to be lower later where I should just give it some time and wait? And the other investment part of, I guess, this information is as an investment shoe. If say you want to purchase it and in hopes that the price of it will go up in the future. So those are pretty much the two reasons. One, future resale, or I want to get it before the price rises, or I want to wait for the price to go down some more. Let's see. So let's just jump right into it. So the first one, and some of these will come as no surprise to some of you, but the first one is the Kobe 6 Pro Trail Grinch from 2020. So I'm basing my research on why this is a good investment sneaker because the last Grinch, the Kobe 6 Grinch that came out in, I think it's 2010, at the current price right now, it's selling about at $1K. This one is currently selling around $500. So it's not far-fetched to believe that the price is going to go up in the future, and it will. It took 10 years for I guess, of course, inflation goes over time, but over 10 years, it's only 500 more than the one that literally just came out, a few weeks ago. So it's not hard or far-fetched to believe that the Kobe 6 Grinch 2020 is not, I'd say it'd be a yearly hold. It'd be a long-term hold for it to get to 1,000, but it's already maximized any profits. For people who want it for personal, I'd say now is the time to get it immediately. Reason, I've been looking at it for weeks, and it seems to it has already somewhat leveled off. Right now, it's selling a slight bit, like 5% above what its lowest price was. Like, I seen it go at like $505 at times, but now it's starting to slowly creep up $20 more. So if you want it if you really want it and don't want to pay more for it, it doesn't appear that the Kobe 6 Grinch is going to drop any longer, and now will be the time to buy it. Let's see. So it'd be nice though, Nike, if you just stop making originals. So sorry, I know it has nothing to do with nothing, but I think about that. The Kobe 6 Grinch should have been left alone. And yeah, although I'm extremely happy to know that I was able to get it. I like to see OG stay OG, just to be completely honest. If I didn't get it, I didn't get it. And it may be painful, but it is what it is. Or I'm going to sell other sneakers to get that sneaker. And that's kind of what it is. So now let's jump into the number 2 sneaker that I think is one of the best investments for 2020. The Jordan 4 Off Noir and Guava Ice from Union, Los Angeles. So as a personal, I think for the Guava Ice version, now is a great time to buy it. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's floating somewhere around the 800-ish range. But I remember when it first came out, it was like stuck. I mean, when first before it came out, it was it was over 1,000. But then when it came out, it's like stuck at 1,000. It sat there and sat there and sat there, and then after a while, it started to fluctuate below that. But lately, it's been for a while now, for at least a couple of weeks now, it's been sticking at that about 800, 900 zone, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to go much lower. The thing about with sneakers is, and once again, every shoe must be judged completely differently. But a lot of times, if they're going to drop, after release, they drop. Then they eventually find their point where they sit. Normally, when it finds that point, that point would be everybody who wanted to sell it got rid of it, and then you have the serious people who are going to hold and could care less how long they wait. Then it sits there for a while. Then it slowly rises over time. So right now, it's sitting. And so what that means is, and not too far from now, it will slowly start to rise. And now let's go into the Off Noir Jordan 4 from Los Angeles. That one is actually already in its rise. I think it got down, maybe, I may be lying here. It got down to, I believe, in the upper 5s or mid 5s or maybe the 6s. But right now it's slowly creeping up to like the 700-800 range. It's slowly creeping up. It's kind of like a weird jump and then fall down. But it's not going any lower at this point. So, and it actually appears to be rising. This guy right here. So this one is a if you don't want to pay what it will eventually become, then get it now, because 6+ months from now it's gonna. I'm willing to guess 6+ between 6 and a year, it's gonna be at 1,000, and you're not gonna want to buy it. I think the Grinch, of course, will take a little bit longer to get back to 1,000, but that's my opinion on that one. So I'd say the Off Noir is a buy right now because it's already going up. I'd say the Guava Ice is it hasn't shot up yet because it actually went down after release, but it's not going to be very long before it starts to creep up. And the last, and I'm just doing this is more so of a top 3. The last investment sneaker, and I'm just going to preface this with, please don't wild out and close out the video before I finish. The Jordan 3 Fragment. So let's just slow down for a second. Let's think about this. I know most people are like, you didn't get the numbers people expected. So for personal, it's perfect right now. Right now, it's low. It's in the 3s. I say get it. I doubt it will ever see the 200s. Just period. It just won't. I think now on the investment side, a lot of people, I believe, expected, because there's so much love and adornment for the Jordan 1 Fragment, and I love it too. I don't have it, but because of that symbol, that darn fragment symbol on the Jordan 1, on the Jordan 1 Fragment that people have coveted so long, people truly thought that the Jordan 3 Fragment was going to just resell ridiculous numbers. And when it didn't, a lot of people or resellers talk trash about it. And personally, and I don't have it, I may get it eventually. It's a very, very good quality shoe. The leather's really good quality, but as I look at it, it's a lot of white in it. And I believe not a lot of people were really in love with the colorway. So that's probably my strong opinion on why the resale didn't hold as strong on that. But it also showed us the power that the fragment symbol did not have. I have, and I don't have it near me, but I have I bought last year, the Converse Lows. They were like the Converse Low Fragment something. Fragment Montclair, I believe it is, if I said that correctly. And that little symbol for Fragment did nothing for the resale of that shoe. Fortunately, I just wanted to wear the shoe. It wasn't a popular shoe. It wasn't on anybody's radar. It was on my radar, and I just wore it. But even when I buy a shoe and wear it, I'm always curious what the value of it is. I watch the values for no reason. I'm wearing the shoe, and I'm still looking at the value. This just, I don't know why I do that, but it's just something I do. But the price, it's worthless, but it's a beautiful shoe to me. But yeah, Jordan 3 Fragment is a sneaky one. It's a sneaky one I'm throwing in there. I think it's a long-term hold, but I think it's going to be that. I personally feel like it's that dark horse. It's that incognito shoe that everybody's going to kind of they're going to ignore and they're not going to think about it, and they're going to turn around and be like, whoa, the price of that is really, really jumped. And they're going to either wish they bought it for personal reasons or wish they bought it for investment reasons. One, I guess, experience of mine, and you guys are going to be like, well, this is a bad example, but I'm going to give my true life experience. So I actually got the Jordan 1 UNC Off-Whites through sneakers, which surprised the crap out of me. Literally, me and my friend got it. We were sitting right beside each other, went in the app, and got it, like right there standing in front of each other, which is really weird, and we don't know how we struck lightning twice, but it happened, or we both struck lightning in the same location. Either way, I should have bought a lottery card that day, a lottery ticket. But either way, when I got it, I'm going to be honest with you, even though I love Jordan 1s, and this is embarrassing almost for me to say, I was not in love with the Jordan 1 UNC Off-White. So I told myself I'm going to hold it for a while, and when I see something I want, I'm going to sell it and use that money to buy a different sneaker. So I held it for 2 years, and it went. And the Jordan 1 Off-White at the beginning didn't do numbers, of course, as the Chicago Jordan 1 Off-White or the white pair. It still is not. It doesn't equal to the resale value of those. But the resale of it wasn't that well at the time. Even 2 years after, I think it was reselling for $700 to $800, and I was like, no, if I hold this, I could really use it to get a nice sneaker. Well, 2 years out, and it was only at like $850. So I sold it. I don't even know what sneaker in here I bought with that money, but I'm sure it got me a few sneakers. I probably bought 2 to 3 pairs of sneakers with that. But now, if you look today, I think it's reselling for near $2,000 or more, and I could have held it and possibly, well, shoot, if I would have sold it today, I would have bought the Jordan 1, what is it? Union Black Toes. I've been wanting those for a while, and I just don't feel like trading anything to get them, and that is what I would have sold it for. But anyway, that's my experience of how I waited 2 years. The price didn't do a lot. Then all of a sudden I sell it, and then it seems like a year later the price doubled. So the purpose of like I said, the two purposes of this are one for either future investment, or one, you want to get it before the price rises. Hopefully some of that information I provided is helpful. Lastly, you might be freaking out like, how did he not mention a single dunk or a Jordan 1? So Jordan 1s are somewhat of a mixed bag. Most Jordan 1s in a year or more time are going to rise, typically by $50 or more. That's just kind of a fact. And then, of course, if it's one that has it has really, really high hype in a great colorway that people want, God forbid it's the Chicago colorway, then it's going to resell for ridiculous numbers, and the price is going to rise way higher, way quicker. So Jordan 1s are just one of those things are going to rise over time regardless. They all, 90%, 85 to 90% of them all do it, period. It that kind of is, it is what it is. Dunks. Why did I not mention dunks? So, all dunk collabs. I don't know if I don't know what to call it. I don't know if this is a trend or a non-trend. But at this moment, let's say we are in a dunk trend, all collaboration dunks are going to all fly up in price. They all start high. They drop a little bit at release date, and then once they release, if you want it, you better get it immediately, because the price goes up really quickly. I wanted the Strange Loves, and I was waiting for the price to go up, and then I was waiting for the price to go down. It started to go up, and it was kind of too late. By the time I turned around, it was at $1,000, and I was like, forget it, I'm not getting it. So dunks are just kind of one of those things. They just go up right now. Collabs. The non-collabs, where they're just more of infamous colors, or colors that people love, or new colors. It's a lot of the retro ones they bring out. But anyway, those actually sit at great prices too. So they all kind of go up. They're all great investment shoes, but you have to get them fairly quickly. The ones I've given today are kind of those more of those sneaky ones. Those ones that just seem like they're kind of sitting, and then when you're not paying attention to them, you realize, wow, the price for that went up 25% or more. So anyway, that is my information. That is what I have to give you guys today. Just to brag a little bit, I'm always happy when I get a cop. I did not do reviews on these because, of course, I got them well after pre-order. I forgot what this was. No, not pre-order. StockX, I believe. But I actually do have a pre-order one of these coming too. This is a beautiful sneaker, by the way. And this one, I was going to use it as a shoe to get another shoe, but I fell in love with it so much when I got it, I couldn't get rid of it. Anyway, I will not ramble. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Mr. Gray out.